tax, the spare room subsidy and Lords reform were all big news yesterday, or were they? Well, significant announcements in those particular areas and many others were published by the government, but you might not have actually heard about them, and that's not because we weren't doing our job. Our political correspondent Sophy Ridge is here to tell us more about this. Sophie, is this just very keen civil servants and government ministers clearing their desks ahead of Christmas, or is there something else going on here?
There's something else going on. It's known as Take Out the Trash Day, which is effectively when the government decides to dump all its bad news at the same time, and the hope is that people don't look too closely at what's at the bottom of some of those bin bags. So just to sort of show you, the last day of the parliamentary year has been traditionally used to bury bad news under heaps of other more mundane end-of-year announcements. So the 17th, take out the trash day.
So not just this government, then?
Not just this government. It's used in the UK. Also, the US are known to do this as well. Now, these are the 424 reports, statements, data releases that were all released simultaneously just in time for MPs to head back to their constituencies for Christmas.
Nice. And you've read through all of them, of course. You can tell us a bit more what's in them.
Absolutely, yeah. All 424 of them, but we can definitely take a look at some of them in more detail. So here, the Department for Work and Pensions. Now, this is the spare room subsidy report into the so-called bedroom tax that was carried out by the independent research organisation Ipsos Mori, along with the Cambridge Centre for Housing and Planning Research. So what it found was that more than 3/4 of those people affected by the changes to the bedroom tax or spare room subsidy said they had to cut down on food as a result of the policy.
Now, so you can see why you want to bury that one.
Exactly.
Yep.
Another one here, the freeze in council tax that has been scrapped. Again, a bit of bad news coming from the Department for Local Government there. And what happened here is after 4 years of promises to freeze council taxes, they decided to scrap that funding scheme. Some councils say that they could lose out as a result. Now, on to the Home Office. I'll just move you on to the Home Office here. They buried some...
Very controversial one, this
Very controversial one, exactly. Now, they've said that 30,000 failed asylum seekers could be still in the United Kingdom, in this country, after losing their right to appeal. So perhaps there's an example then of they're losing track of the figures. 10,000 current asylum seekers that could be can't be tracked by the Home Office. So very controversial one there. And then just finally to show you this one too. Controversial plans for the House of Lords to lose the power to block certain legislation. David Cameron proposed that the House of Commons should have the final say on laws after the Lords blocked previous plans to cut tax credits. So 7 months after the election, they also said that they were going to publish the list of special advisors as well for the first time since the general election.
Said he'd cut down on.
He did. He said he was going to cut the cost of government. Actually, it's gone up, the number of special advisors and the cost of them, crucially, which is paid for, of course, by the taxpayer. Wow. £9.2 million in 2015-16.
You can see why the government's hoping perhaps that the MPs go away, have their turkey and forget all about this.
Exactly.
But probably not. Sophie, thanks so much.
Thank you.